I have a very ambitious friend in Kiev that is working 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, and in the weekends he is studying and he wants to start a business. And I told him, because his income is really good, that maybe he can make a deal with his boss and he can work 20 hours a week or do some of the work at home. Um, Maybe he can work the first 3 days in a week and have 2 days off, including the weekend. Yeah, so he wants to start a business, and this could be a really good way of doing it, like trying to buy yourself some time. Um, if that is not possible, there could be other ways of doing it. It could be, I mean, he's finished with his studying soon, so he will have the weekends off. And he has time for gym and all those stuff that may keep him healthy. So this is doing very well. Um, but he still has a lot of distractions in his life that are kind of leeching his energy. And I mean, work is definitely one of the biggest distractions. Like, you can say that it's not a job he really likes to do, but he's paying well. And I said, like, even if the boss doesn't agree on going half of the amount of hours down, you can still cut some of the hours just by not being there. Like, you can come at a certain time, leave at a certain time, but then maybe leave a little bit earlier some days. And maybe, you know, maybe he can study a little bit at work. Sounds unmoral for some people that I say this, but like, just don't forget it. Like, the business is just interested in using you as a tool to earn more money, and as long as you are earning them money, they will probably not fire you. And you can be very discreet with things. You can research some things on Google about this and about that while you're working. You can go home a little bit earlier, at least at the time you're supposed to go home, not overwork like many people are doing. And there's other things you can do to have more time, to have more resources emotionally, mentally, and have an abundance of resourcefulness in your life by, for example, removing breakfast, doing that is extremely healthy also. This will save you probably some time. Maybe having a few amount of clothes that you wear over and over, to not like think about what you should wear in the morning. Trying to minimize distractions also, like at home. You can go very berserk, like removing things from surfaces that distract you, trying to put your keys and your mobile phone and your wallet in a certain place. Just when you come home, just put it there, and it's always there, so you don't need to look for it when you're going out the house. Having all kinds of things that are kind of practical in your environment to buy yourself resourcefulness that you can spend on things you would really like to focus on in life. And my life is relatively easy. The reason why it's hard sometimes is because I'm pushing forward in areas I would like to grow in. But like things like eating healthy and gym and other thing I'm doing to keep my health and to be healthy, it's really stable and goes very well. It's because I don't overcomplicate things. I try to keep it simple, and I'm following the 80-20 rule always. Like a simple example, I buy chia seeds instead of flax seeds. Chia seeds are a little bit more expensive than flax seeds, and but they are much more easy to manage because you can put chia seeds on your salad and you can just eat it. But flaxseed you cannot just put on your salad because you cannot digest the flax seeds because it's in a shell and it's so strong that you would not be able to digest it. So what you would need to do is to blend off the flax seeds a little bit and then put it on the salad. But who needs the extra management blending the flax seeds? So I have a lot of things. My whole kitchen is designed in a way so I eat healthy. It's designed in a way so it's easy for me to cut vegetables. It's easy for me to grow sprouts. It's easy for me to, the whole thing is designed in a way, or like it's organized, let's say like this, organized in a way where I'm promoting particular behavior, particular things. My meditation pillow is close. It's always there. So I can quickly sit down on the floor and meditate. I don't need to move or things around to sit down, you know. All surfaces in the house, there's almost nothing on the surfaces to prevent, like, I don't know, I like it when it's the kind of minimalistic, and I like it when you know, it's nice and neat. I don't need to look for things. Like, I know where everything is. Like, I also have relatively few clothes, so I don't need to think about, you know, like, what should I put on now? I have very few choices, like this, and that's it. I also have a lot of underwear and socks. Sounds like ridiculous, but like, I don't need to turn on the washing machine and dry them so often. So what I do is just I change every day, and I put it in the I don't know, like there were the clothes that needs to be washed are. I'm not sure what it's called in English. Maybe it's like the washing bin or something. And I put them there, and then I use new ones until I have none, and then I wash the whole thing. And I hang the whole thing, and it's very easy, and it requires very little time. So I don't get distracted doing this several times a week. You know, another way you can do that is also like, you can also do that with t-shirts, you can do that with a lot of things, you know. So you have a few things that you really like, clothes you really like, and then you maybe buy more than one of this type, or maybe some different colors, whatever. What can you do more? Well, Facebook and social media, and you're checking your phone all the time is a huge thing, you know, like instead of checking your phone, you know, try to read something when you're sitting in the metro. Try to listen to some audio tape when you're driving the car. Don't distract yourself with the mobile all the time, you know, like, don't distract yourself with Facebook all the time, trying to project a particular image to the outside world so you look kind of good in other people's eyes. I mean, it's very easy to say, but for a lot of people, this is like, it's very hard for them to admit that this is what they're doing. You know, you probably have very few people in your life that you really like, and this is the only people you should be kind of, you know, putting effort in, and that's it. Yeah, you don't need to check your mobile all the time. You know, people can wait. You don't need to chat back and forth all the time. You know, you chat because you want to meet with them, not because you have like some, you know, like, try to minimize that, because it's also a very big distraction, and it also drains your energy. Plus it brings you out of the present moment. I feel like every time I'm sitting there with like some electronics, it has a tendency for bringing me into my mind more than into my body. And everything together, think about it, like all those small details I was talking about now, like everything will buy you so much time, it will buy you so much more resourcefulness, so you can go after the things you want more, like for example eating more healthy, concentrating on new ideas, exploring different things, more, maybe trying out different kinds of hobbies, going to some improv because you have a little bit more resourcefulness, trying yeah, maybe if you want to start a business, this is, you know, now you will have a little bit more time for doing this. You will now create let's say you can even have a table, like a specific table for only for business, and you don't need to move things. You go to this table and this is where your business stuff is, and you go there and you can just sit there, even half an hour a day. You can sit there and think and brainstorm and get into it instantly. You don't need to like now open this, turn on that to get into this. You just sit down and and it's there. Yeah, so like, let's say that this is what you want to do beside your job because you want to invest some time in it because you have some dreams in this direction. So I guess I've rambled enough. And the main point is that you know, try to remove distractions. Go down in hours at work if possible. If it's not if it's not your dream job, to have more time to find another job, to have more time for yourself, to invest in yourself. Yeah, that's it. This is my video today, and I will see you tomorrow, I guess. Bye bye.